Top of the morning to you, mates. It's Saturday, July something. Just woke up to a pretty ferocious rainstorm last night, which ended a prolonged drought here in northwest Arkansas, where we were hitting triple digits day after day after day. I knew this is exactly what would come for places like North Texas, which I left almost 2 years ago.
Severe flash floods swept the metro St. Louis area Tuesday, stranding people on the roads and in their homes. The flooding caused by the intense weather hitting the nation, with a heat wave still smothering the West. The historic flooding came after thunderstorms unleashed heavy rain across St. Louis and surrounding areas. In some places, dropping a foot of rain in less than 12 hours, trapping many on highways.
That is the only road out.
Firefighters and other first responders rescued more than 100 people as roads and apartment buildings were overtaken by floodwaters. One person was found dead inside a flooded car.
911 is on the way. Hold on, man. Hold on.
Our dispatchers are working overtime. Our police officers, our firemen, our SEMA, everyone's working overtime.
And this train station was almost completely underwater, the state's lieutenant governor declaring a state of emergency. It's all part of the intense weather system that's brought record heat nationwide. Millions in the Pacific Northwest are enduring a lingering heat wave. The governor of Oregon declaring a state of emergency. Portland is expected to remain in the high 90s through the rest of the week.
They've opened cooling centers here in the Portland area. This could go down as their longest heat wave on record.
In Seattle, Washington, an excessive heat warning is in effect, where just 44% of residents have air conditioning. Along with the heat, 911 calls are on the rise.
There were more 911 calls to 911 for aid in King County than we've ever seen in the history of since we've been keeping records.
In California, more than 3,000 firefighters continue to battle the Oak Fire in Mariposa County near Yosemite National Park. Meanwhile, Nevada's Lake Mead, the nation's largest reservoir, has reached its lowest level ever,
where they're experiencing triple digits every single day. And I know this may not seem like a big deal, but they aren't lizard people. The lizard people are in Southwest America. And how and why they decided to build cities out in the middle of deserts is, I don't know, something akin to something a virus would do. Yes, we just watched The Matrix last night. It was the first time my girlfriend's seen that. Some things fly under people's radars. I don't know how. So I wanted to cover a few things. First off, this climate infrastructure bill package, you're right, does nothing to address the trillions of CO2 already in the atmosphere, and not like we can build all these things without carbon emissions being produced. It still does not block federal leases on drilling gas and oil in new land, nor does it tap off, or does it tap off methane leaks from the dozens of oil refineries and fracking facilities around the world. No, it doesn't do much. It's a historic move, you know. What about China? What about Russia? But for real, everybody's making a big hoopla about Pelosi going to Asia, where she might stop off in Taiwan. Taiwan makes like 90% of the world's semiconductors. You guys know all this information already. So there was a CHIPS Act passed, or maybe it passed. Didn't do much good here in the States because we're going to have a bunch of Gen Z and millennials make semiconductor chips for your pretty little iPhones and Teslas. Oh, did you also know that Elon Musk said that the only purpose of the only point in life, the only purpose is to have children? That's your only goal.
You little miracle.
And the flooding, there was flooding in Kentucky. I forgot to mention that at the beginning. Again, double-digit deaths there. The extremes are more extreme. That's for sure. In New York as well. Not deaths, but flash flooding. I just wanted to kind of clear the air with my last video and thank you, and say a thank you to all the people still here as I discuss and cover the climate crisis, the degradation of our biosphere, and future of all life on the planet. Not trying to, doom scroll or whatever, but look, I have standards, I have principles. It's not hate, it's just standards. And if the people that stayed I got a few unsubscribers because they saw a nasty side of me, but that's human emotion. That side of me is what if you don't feel that way when someone is talking like that to you, then yes, please fucking unsubscribe from my channel. Go away and maybe go hang yourself. Because you're a sociopathic piece of shit. Alright, if you can't see the ramifications and long-term impacts or already impacts that we're feeling from the climate crisis, then you're just a destitute, horrific human being. I'm glad you unsubscribed. Again, this is not a popularity contest. If we were sane, this channel would have 100,000 subscribers, okay? But we're not. We're endlessly divided, distracted, living in a fascist state. Watch this video, buy this, buy that. Consumer. Now you get $4,000 tax credit for a used electric vehicle. I'm not putting up with stupid people who choose to remain silent. I don't even want them to be around me. People who actively try to deny reality to my face, I do want to shoot them in the face. And where does this feeling come from? It just comes from being human, having knowing right from wrong, being a well-integrated person, saying what I do, doing what I say. People who don't do that, or who are wishy-washy, or like to skew the facts to fit their own agenda, you're fucking worthless. And I don't even want to see you in my sight. I'm literally better than you. Alright, not to get all cocky and stuff, but I feel like I just record a follow-up video and, simultaneously thank the people for their empathy and understanding of the insanity it is like dealing with. And why do you have to deal with them? Well, I still live in this society currently. I'm trying to minimize my contact with people as much as possible. However, there is still some instances where I come across other human beings because I'm on planet Earth. And when I run across those that have an IQ of 100 or less, I don't think we should have had the snap. We should have had the Thanos snap long time ago. Alright? And also want to thank the people for still staying on board. Staying here with me. Yes, there's people out there that understand. Anyways, it's going to be a good weekend. I'm going to work a little, do the American thing. I'm completely aware that we're stuck in the Matrix. That everything that we have and buy and how much money is funneled in, we're still going to keep drilling gas and leasing on federal lands despite this climate change package. This entire system is fabricated and funded and bought out and subsidized a long time ago. It goes past gender inequality and animal, like any hot topic issue on the planet. This is number one issue, is the climate crisis. It trumps them all. Or with the climate crisis, let's say, nothing else matters. And if like I said, if you're not getting upset about this or have gotten upset when someone actively you're a pussy and a wimp, skittish little human being. I understand most people aren't willing to step up to the plate. I understand most people don't have the courage to face an aggressor or speak up for what's right. It's actually, and speak the truth. It takes a lot of courage. Well, I meant to say the air conditioner guys are here doing one more checkup, and I just wanted to clear the air. Okay? All across the world. I appreciate you. See ya.